Imagine two countries that spent decades ready to destroy each other, the United States and Russia. Between them, there is a narrow frozen passage at the top of the world, the Bering Strait, less than a few kilometers wide. Yet no one crosses, no tourists, no fishermen, not even smugglers, not because it's dangerous, but because something is there. This place sits between Alaska and Siberia, America on one side, Russia on the other. They call it the Bering Strait. On a map, just a thin blue line, but in reality, feels like a scar, a wound. The Earth never healed. Two islands, 4 kilometers apart, and a 21-hour time difference, as if the planet itself makes a mistake right here. The first theory says this place is a gate, not built by humans, not owned by anything, a gate where space and time don't behave normally. Auroral lights, navigation failures, dead sensors, not random events, signs that this place is not just surface. Another theory goes deeper. It says the Bering Strait is an entrance to an underground network, not hollow Earth, like the movies, but something that was always beneath us and never questioned. Military movements, unnamed operations, projects with no public identity, because some things become more dangerous once you give them a name. No creatures come out here. Instead, you break down. Time feels unstable. Memory lags. And one feeling stays. You are being watched. Not by cameras. By the place itself. One dangerous theory says the US and Russia are not enemies here. Not officially, but in practice. A shared monitoring zone. Listening. Tracking. Observing things that don't come from the sky and don't rise from the ground. Documents? None exist, exactly like the things they're watching. Clocks fail here. Moments stretch. Seconds repeat. Not time travel. Time breaking. As if the Earth loses control for a few seconds in this exact place. This theory suggests the Bering Strait changes behavior when observed. Satellite glitches, incomplete imagery, missing data, not technical failure, refusal, as if the location itself chooses what it allows to be seen. This place is not just strange, it's dangerous because it involves humans, genetic samples, canceled research, data that never came back. Maybe the problem wasn't finding something non-human. Maybe the problem was not aliens, not gods, not enemies, observers, watching, no communication, no interaction. And the worst part, the restrictions aren't there to protect them. They're there to protect us. The final theory is the heaviest. It says something happened here that humanity was never meant to remember. Not a war, not an explosion, a realization. So the records were erased, stories were buried, and silence replaced memory. Maybe all of this is nonsense, but what if it isn't? What if some places on Earth aren't designed for humans at all? Then the real question is, are we staying away from it, or is it keeping away?